we continue with our objective to craft an African wealth building culture by learning from societies where a significant proportion of ordinary people have become wealthy. This is our 8th habit, habit 8, in our workshop, Lessons for Africa from 8 Habits of Ordinary Looking American Millionaires. In habit 8, we will discuss that the millionaires plan how the estate will be managed when they die. Remember that we are building, crafting an African wealth building culture. We are learning from other societies and seeing a lesson or 2 or 3 that we can bring and craft into our way of doing things so that we become more effective in our wealth building. These people plan for when they will die, what will happen to the estate. A cross-section of us Africans, we plan for when we are around. Whatever happens after we've gone, we don't plan very well. And no wonder that our gains in wealth building do not go 2 generations beyond us. When we look at other cultures, there are wealth building gains that have crossed to the 4th, 5th, 6th generation. The 6th generation is still running on the momentum, the initial momentum of several generations gone. In our African example, gains don't cross to the 3rd generation. The 1st generation, it has already lost everything. And it comes from the way we plan. These people invest time, energy, and money into planning what will happen to their estate when they die, just as they plan how to run the estate when they are alive and in charge. Think about that. They pay keen attention to such issues as selection of the executors, conflicts among heirs, setting up and running trusts, the pros and cons of trying to control the actions of children and grandchildren from the grave. Should I do this? Should I do the other? They interrogate their plans for the next ownership and running of the estate to minimize conflict and rivalry. They value arrangements that facilitate harmony among the heirs to their estates. Just think about that, those ideas, and think about your experience as an African, observing African wealth builders, especially observing what happens after they have gone and they are no longer in charge. I have observed situations where trouble begins at the funeral. It doesn't even come a year later. Trouble begins at the funeral. About who is in charge, was there a will, people puncturing the will, discrediting the will, and so forth. Some of these people in these other societies have been executors to estates of their friends. And from that experience, they know how critically important it is to choose executors of an estate. From that experience, they know the difficulty of being an executor of an estate. That experience has taught them the animosity that can arise among executors and the heirs of an estate. So they base on that that experience and the lessons therefrom to carefully choose the suitable executors of their estates. Many of them prefer to include at least one outsider as a co-executor of their estate in addition to a family member. From their experience, they know of executors who were very spoiled children, lacking discipline, lacking training and ambition. Once the well ran dry, these children and grandchildren who were stuck and still living at home became enemies of one another. Each generation begins to feel it is entitled to the bigger portion of the estate. Out of these experiences, these wealthy people, these millionaires, prefer to take action long before they die to select professionals as executors. They take a step long before they die to cultivate close relationships with trusted, highly skilled estate lawyers, outstanding tax consultants. They keep seeking their advice, realizing that someday these professionals would likely act on their behalf to prevent or reduce family battles over the estate. They also seek advice on giving without spoiling children. That was our eighth habit. That the millionaires, successful, the best wealth builders, they plan for what will happen to the estate. How will it be run after they have died? We have successfully covered our workshop, Lessons for Africa from 8 Habits of Ordinary-Looking American Millionaires. Our objective was to learn from successful societies so that we craft a productive African wealth building culture. Thanks for attending the workshop. Look out for the next workshop. Visit our website and YouTube channel to engage more deeply with our work. Look out for the link to the recordings of these sessions. We have a wonderful leadership program called Transformational Leadership Program. Visit our website to see details about that program. TLP, Transformational Leadership Program. Enroll for the next virtual class. This program runs 100% online. It has wonderful lectures, activities, discussions, coaching and mentorship on wealth building. At the end, you get a beautiful certificate from our company, and then you enter into our post-training class. In that program, which comes post-training, it's a lifetime mentorship, masterminding, exchanging ideas, exploring business and wealth building opportunities together. It's a family, a lifelong family, buttressed with workshops, conferences, seminars, and masterminding meetings. I enjoyed being your facilitator in this workshop. Thanks.